Hey guys, it's 𝗙𝗏 here, back with another video. It's good to see you, although I can't see you at all, so I don't know why I said that. I guess it just sounded good. It's nice to be here with you, all right? And thanks for watching. So I have a comment here from a viewer, a recent comment, that has to do with the idea of rejection. So I'm going to have some things to say about that right after I read the comment to you guys. And this one is from 𝗏𝗏. Hi, 𝗏𝗏, and merhaba. Yes, I am half Turkish. My father was from Turkey. So you left another comment asking if I was Turkish and that you are Turkish. So, hoş geldin. All right, welcome. So, hi 𝗙𝗏, could you make a video about rejection? Well, you're in luck because I'm making one right now. I'm 23 years old, and in my entire life, I've liked 4 guys. But every time when I show interest in a guy, they immediately reject me for no real reason. And when they reject me, it seems like they're not interested in a relationship. But a few months later, I found out that he is dating someone else, and that girl isn't even prettier than me. Well, you want to stop comparing yourselves to others, okay? That's a big one because, you know, in the comparing of yourselves to other people, especially people that your specific person or somebody you're interested in might or might not be dating, okay? You're sort of highlighting your own sense of inadequacy, all right? So even if you're saying something like, well, they're not as pretty as I am or less pretty than I am, there's still an idea and a focus on this mindset of inadequacy. So it's either that you're seeing some inadequacy in yourself, or you're viewing an inadequacy in somebody else, but really that's just another outward expression of your own sense of inadequacy about something relating to yourself, okay? In this case, maybe looks, all right? So you want to really start practicing a different way of approaching those things, okay? That, you know what, you have everything that you need and want in abundance, okay? It's time to start switching over to an abundance thinking, that it has to do with your sense of self, because as you are, and here you are, because you're saying that about this other girl, I know it's not about the other girl. I know it's a sense of inadequacy that you have going on with yourself in regards to your own idea about your physical appearance, okay? And possibly other inadequacies that you are highlighting in your mind with your attention and your focus on them regarding yourself and relating to yourself, okay? So you're just using this other girl as a way to express outwardly some inadequacy that you feel within yourself, and that's really what it comes down to. And so rejection is a reflection of something that you're rejecting in yourself, or that you're attempting to reject in yourself, okay? So maybe the sense of inadequacy, all right? But this seriously happens all the time. So all the time, meaning it's like every single time, right? I'm in a loop. I'm stuck. Why do things keep repeating themselves? Well, as long as you keep offering a certain kind of energy, or in other words, a focus on a certain type of thing or condition in your life that you're not wanting to have in your life, you know, you keep putting your focus and attention on it. How this is happening all the time. I'm so lost about this. I think about this all the time, right? I'm comparing myself to others all the time. I'm constantly highlighting my own sense of inadequacy, all right, about myself. So, you know, the thing is to remove your focus and attention from it, okay? I want a happy marriage. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm somewhere else completely. I don't know what to do. Am I meant to be with someone else? There's nothing in this universe that you're either meant to do or meant not to do, that you're being denied for any reason. You know, there's no real destiny or fate here. You are the creator of your own life and your own reality. It's time for that to start sinking in, okay? This idea of meant to be. Who's out there doling out what you're meant to do or what you're not meant to do? Is there a book somewhere that someone's keeping record or keeping track of? Is there some legislative body out there that's like passing laws on what you're supposed to have or not supposed to have? Well, she can't have that one, but she can have this one. You know, think about that for a minute. You're the creator of your reality means you are the creator of your reality. You are the creator of your reality. You create your reality. You create your reality. You create your own reality. You create your own reality. There's no one out there and nothing out there that is keeping anything from you, that's punishing you or rewarding you or deeming you worthy or unworthy of whatever it is that you think they may deem you worthy or unworthy of. It's you deeming yourself that way. And in your comparison to somebody else, else in terms of your looks or whatever other areas about you, your maybe character, personality, habits, things like that, you're really what you're doing is you're putting a hyper focus on your own sense of inadequacy about yourself, okay? You're just using another person as an expression of that, as a permission slip to keep practicing that focus, that attention, okay? That your attention on that detail, all right? Is there something inside me, a belief that I'm not aware of? Well, yes, and there often is. These are limiting beliefs, but it's not so important to get down to the bottom of the limiting belief, okay? You can recognize that something exists. You can recognize that a limiting belief may exist. And your limiting belief in this case it may well be, I'm not adequate enough for somebody to want me. My inadequacies are so big that they're going to reject me again and again and again. And often these things are subconscious. We're not out there thinking this consciously every day, okay? But you can see where you have some limiting beliefs going on maybe a subconscious level by the results you're getting in your life, okay? Take a look at what you're manifesting. So if you're manifesting a lot of rejection, quote unquote, what's going on is that you're having some issue with that in yourself. You have some limiting belief about yourself that you're not worthy of having somebody adore you and love you exclusively, okay? And so, so what happens is, because your focus is on that, your focus can't be on the other thing that you want and prefer instead at the same time. So you're not being rejected, you're repelling, okay? And you're repelling with your energy, your energetic offering, okay? Because your focus is on one thing and not the thing that you prefer, okay? And I have a little quote about this I want to read, that I kind of jotted down, and that comes from my thoughts and other sources that I've visited about this subject. So again, you weren't rejected, you repelled, okay? So you can't be a match to what you want and to its absence at the same time. It just doesn't work that way. And oftentimes what happens is, too, people get very inconsistent results in their relationships, in their manifestations, because they're offering very inconsistent focus and attention and energetic offering, right? You have to find a way to make the absence of the thing that you want, irrelevant. You have to find a way to make it irrelevant while giving your attention to the presence of the things that you want, okay? So you have to remove your attention and your focus from what doesn't seem to be working and put it squarely on what is working, okay? And how you want things to be, all right? This way you begin to develop a habit of focus, that your physical reality can now respond to and reflect back to you in the form of wanted manifestations, all right? So you can take just one thing in your life. It doesn't matter if it's related to the thing you want, the big desire that you want. It doesn't matter, okay? You take just one thing in your life that is working, all right? And use that thing as the basis to begin offering a different energy. And that one thing will blossom and attract other things that are working, and attract other things working as well, okay? So situations that don't seem to be working will begin to seem to be working instead, all right? Because you're training your focus now on something that is working. You're training your focus into solution-based thinking rather than problem-based thinking. Because when you put your attention all the time on something, how something's not working, and how this is inadequate, and how that's inadequate, and how this is missing, and how I'm incomplete without that thing or this condition, okay, you're practicing that, okay? And you can't, if you're practicing that, you're building momentum towards it. All right. So you've got a momentum going in one direction. You want to start building your momentum in the other direction. And the best way to do that is to just begin slowing the momentum in the direction you've been going by starting to just treat it as completely irrelevant and removing your focus from it and putting your focus on something that is working, something that's easy for you to focus on right now, that doesn't have so much resistance around it. Okay. And as you're doing that, like I said here, you begin to train yourself into a different way of looking at things and looking at yourself and the situations and circumstances in your life, okay? So all the things you've been living and asking for and that your life experiences have caused you to expand towards will be drawn to that basis of understanding of things working out for you, okay? So that's another thing. These things that you now see as problems, all right, that you're saying, like, this is why this is happening all the time and it's a problem for me, I need it to be different. But the thing is, these life experiences and these things that you've perceived as problems of people, as you say in your view, rejecting you, but really it's just you repelling your alignment with the thing that you prefer, is leading you towards a better clarity and better understanding of the thing that you prefer. So all the things, all this contrast that we live through, all these challenges that we live through, bring us more clarity about what it is we want. And so you need to begin to start looking at are these experiences with these 4 guys that you've liked so far in your life that have seemingly rejected you, how are they bringing you to a better understanding of what it is you really want? Okay, because you have to start with that clarity. Okay, what does that look like to you to not be rejected by somebody? What does it look like to you to be adored completely and unconditionally by a guy that you like? What does it feel like to be interested in someone who's also interested in the same way in you? Okay, and what does it look like? What does that lead to? A relationship of some kind? Okay, does that lead to marriage? Ultimately, just dating? You know, you begin to fill in the details of that. After you've sort of trained yourself into a better focus a little bit by focusing on a thing that's been working, on a couple of things that have been working in your life, you start to feel better, okay? You start to train your mind into a direction of things working out. Things are working out. Things are working out. Things work out for me all the time. I live in an abundant universe. There's no shortage or limit of anything except the shortage and limit that I put on it, that I practice myself into. And if I practice, as long as I practice myself into perceiving shortage and limit, I cannot perceive of abundance. So I must remove my attention from anything that smacks of shortage and limitations, and I must put my attention squarely on where there is abundance in my life and all around me, okay? So what is abundant in your life right now, okay? And use that as a basis, as a platform, as a springboard to launch into a different understanding and a different idea about your life and yourself right now, okay? That there are no inadequacies going on here, okay? You don't need to compare yourself to anybody else. You just need to become clear about what it is you want. What is it you really are after here? And then train yourself into perceiving that as a possibility and perceiving all the abundance and all the things that are working out in your life around you, okay? So again, I'm going to repeat this. You haven't been rejected. None of you have been rejected out there. You're just not in energetic alignment with the things that you want. And maybe you don't even know what those things are because you're so focused on what you don't want. You see what I'm saying? You can't be focused on what you want. You can't even formulate what you want if you're always thinking about what you don't want. So stop saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want the other thing, and start saying, well, I want this though. I want this instead. So this horrible or shitty, crappy situation has caused me to formulate an idea of what is possible for me. What's the opposite of this horrible situation and circumstance right now? What's the opposite of being rejected? Okay, being loved, being adored unconditionally, being accepted, being wanted, being needed. Okay, so what does that begin to feel like for you? Where's that already happening in your life? Okay, look for people, things, and events where you have easy access to that feeling, and then practice yourself into an awareness of that feeling and what that feels like. And then I promise you, all the other things after a while of doing this will start to fall into place and into alignment with that thing. Okay, your physical reality will begin to shift itself according to your vision now, rather than the other way around. All right? So I hope that answers your question, Moonwitch. Thank you for the question. Is it Moonwitch? Wait a minute. Did I get that right? Moonwitch. Yes. So thanks for the question. I hope that answers that for you. It's a loaded topic. It's probably something I'll do other videos about, this idea of rejection. But just to begin with, understand that there really is no rejection, okay? What's going on is you're repelling energy, all right? And so begin to welcome in the energy, okay, that you prefer. Begin to practice it. You do that by practicing it, okay? And it is a practice, all right? It may feel a little weird at first to switch up suddenly, but just keep up with it and it will get easier. It will feel more natural to think of abundance, to think of how things are working rather than how they're not working, okay? And what will happen after a while is that the feeling bad about things will suddenly feel even worse because you've practiced yourself into such alignment in your life with yourself and with the things that you prefer that before, feeling bad was your default mode. Now when you feel bad or in a bad mood, it will stick out like a sore thumb. All right. So that's how you know you've made progress, actually, ironically enough. But that's for another video, because I'm jumping ahead of myself. I have notes about that too, and I want to talk about that too. Maybe in the next one, maybe in one coming up very soon. Okay, guys? So thanks for watching. If you want some coaching with me, you can find that link down below in the description box. You can also find the link for the Facebook group. There's like-minded people there, so that's pretty cool. You can also find links for leaving me a tip if you find this content valuable. All right. And if you like the cut of my jib, you like this video, you like my other videos, please hit subscribe, hit like, and go ahead and comment and share. Okay. Share with anyone that you think might benefit from this. So thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, I am, of course, Tarkan, and happy manifesting. Bye-bye.